So let's jump right into this tutorial. Like I always do, you're gonna start off with freshly washed and super moisturized hair. For this look, I plan on remixing it, so I'm being very strategic with the way I'm parting my hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna part the first section in the front. I'm going to make sure that that part is nice and clean. I'm gonna take me a little scrunchie. I'm gonna twist up that part. I'm gonna tuck that away. Repeat the same step on the other side, taking the scrunchie, twisting it up, and then twisting it away. Now we're gonna work with the back of my head. Now I am using a trifold mirror. I will show you guys, or actually I will link it below, not show you guys. I'll link it below, just so that I know that I can have a nice clean part. My first part is gonna be a little bit above my ear, and then I'm gonna have 3 braids on that bottom row. And when I'm braiding my hair, I start off with braiding the base of my hair, and then I'm just gonna twist at the end because I really don't have time to just be braiding the entire braid. And then after I'm done braiding my hair, I always like to just double check and make sure that my parts are clean, especially when I'm doing a tutorial. I don't want you guys thinking like, what is going on? So I'm using another mirror so that I can see the back of my hair to make sure that my parts are clean. Now I'm gonna work on my second row. I do have a total of 4 rows in the back of my hair. And when I'm parting my row on top of that, I'm making sure that my part is in the middle of the braid below so that the braid above can fall in between the braids below. Now let's talk about the front. But before I do, I'm just gonna show you guys the back of my hair. Now, a lot of times when people show tutorials, they don't tell you how many braids they have. They don't show you how many parting, but I'm gonna show you guys. So you see that bottom row I had 3 braids? The second row I have 4 braids. I could have made that row just a little bit smaller. It looks a little bit chunky, but that's okay. My third row is gonna have 4 braids. As you can see here, you see how my braids are falling in between the parts. And then the last row on the top is gonna have 3 braids. Now let's go ahead and work with the front of our hair. Again, we wanna make sure that this is a nice chunky look. So the front of my hair is gonna have a total of 6 sections. Each side is gonna have 3 rows. And I'm gonna show you guys how it looks, but I'm just gonna show you how I clean my parts. So I'm gonna use the Shine and Jam Magic Fingers. I'm gonna add it to my scalp. I'm gonna take the back end of my rat tail comb just to make sure that my parts are nice and clean, because you wanna make sure that everything looks A1. You want people to say, who did your hair? And you can say, I did it myself. Or maybe you had your stylist do it, but whatever. I'm gonna add that Shine and Jam to my edges. I'm going to make sure my hair is detangled, and then I'm gonna proceed with the same method of braiding the base of my hair and then twisting it down. If you're a beginner and you don't know how to braid, you can always just take a rubber band and rubber band your hair and twist it down. It's all up to you, but I didn't wanna have too many rubber bands in my hair. And then when I'm done with my twist, I'm just gonna do that loop-de-loop, and I'm gonna proceed on with repeating the same steps until my entire head is finished. Parting my hair, detangling it, braiding it, twisting it, parting it, blah, 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 blah. So I'll let you just see me just keep doing the same thing. I'll stop talking. I'll be right back. So my twists are complete. As you can see, I have a row of 3 braids, 2 braids, then 1 braid. So the front has 6 total rows. And I'm just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna patiently wait for my Marley hair, which was coming today from Amazon. So I sat there and I stalked my Amazon driver. Please let me know if you do the same thing, because I definitely stalk them on the app when they say they're a few stops away. I did give my Amazon driver some water and some soda, and then I headed off to the bathroom to finish off the rest of this tutorial. Again, I will put the link below on the Marley hair that I'm using. It comes with a pack of 6. I ordered the color 1B, but I kind of think I should have ordered the color 2 because it seemed a little bit dark, but let's just jump into how to do this. So I'm gonna take my crochet needle and I'm going to put it in the middle of my braid. Now my braid is not too tight, so I will be able to crochet the Marley hair into my head. I'm gonna take 2 pieces of the Marley hair. I'm gonna put it inside the crochet needle, close the needle, and pull my way through. With one hand, you're gonna make sure you're holding the one side of the Marley hair plus your natural hair, and you're gonna pull the other side through. And once it's pulled through, you're gonna make sure that it's evenly layered down. And then I'm gonna take one piece of Marley hair and I'm gonna wrap it around the base of my hair. Now, this is one of the methods that I did see on YouTube, and I will link my inspiration below. I forgot the young lady's name. I think it's like Crystal Joy was her name. So I followed her method, but then I remixed it towards the front of my hair, and I'll show you guys. But as far as finding spacing for it, your rubber bands, I'm using my finger for my spacing for my rubber bands. So I'm using the line on my finger. That's where I'm going to put my rubber bands, just so that it's consistent. Now, this was my first time trying it, so this was the method that I found. And just make sure you're taking your hair and you're tucking it into your Marley, and then you're adding your rubber band. So again, this was my first time doing it, so I wanted to make sure that it was perfect. But after a while, I started to kind of get a feel on how much spacing I needed, so I didn't use my finger as a reference. But if you need a reference, you can definitely use your finger. And then I'm pulling the Marley hair out, just so that it can hide my natural hair inside and also give you that poodle look or that bubble look. So I'm gonna repeat that method by using my finger, adding the rubber band to where it should lay, and then pulling my hair out just so that I can hide my natural hair underneath the Marley hair. Now, if your hair is shorter, you don't really have to do it so much down. If your hair is longer, you may have to, but always just remember that you're hiding your natural hair inside. You don't necessarily have to twist your natural hair. You can use a rubber band as your base and crochet it in, but this is just the method that I've done. So I'm gonna stop talking. You guys can see me do the back, and then once I get to the front of my hair, I'm gonna show you guys how I decided to remix it to make it look super natural, and I'm glad I found that technique. So now we're at the front of our hair. We're gonna do the same technique. We're gonna add the two pieces of Marley hair into the crochet needle. You're gonna hold one side along with your natural hair, and then you're gonna pull the other side through. So that's what I'm doing here. It seems like a struggle only because the hair gets snagged in the crochet needle. You're making sure that the Marley hair is lined up, and this is when I had my aha moment. I looked at this and I said, you know what? I think I can leave it like this, but I didn't give it a shot. So I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm just gonna take that extra piece of Marley hair like I was doing in the back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap that Marley hair around. Now you can do it this method if you want to. You can. It looks totally beautiful, but to me it felt like my hair was very stiff. So that's why I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. And then as you can see me do it again, I'm going to make sure that I hide my hair inside the Marley hair, because you don't want your natural hair showing unless you didn't twist it. If you left your hair out, then it's totally fine. Everything will blend in. Also, to make it a little bit faster, you can just stick a whole bunch of rubber bands on your fingers so you don't have to constantly pick it up from the counter like I was. So as you can see, I'm hiding my hair inside the Marley hair. I'm holding it really tight, and then I'm going ahead, I'm gonna add my rubber band to it, and then I'm just gonna pull the Marley hair out just a little bit. I don't want my puffs to be too big, so I didn't pull it out too much. So I just pull it out a little bit for my hair to be hidden. So this one, I decided to not wrap the Marley hair around the base of my head just to see what it looks like. I'm gonna do the same process, hide my hair in the middle, and I just kept checking, and I'm like, you know what, this looks like it's growing out of my scalp, and I think I wanna try that method instead. So again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm adding the rubber band, I'm hiding my hair in the middle, adding the rubber band, hiding my hair in the middle, and then I also realized that I don't really need to pull out the hair at all as well, so that also just shortens the method. But anyway, you guys are gonna see when I tell you how natural it looked. You saw it in the beginning, but I'm gonna show you now. So I'm gonna add, you see, like, look at that. It's just like seamless compared to that. Like that's beautiful. It's really nice. But this, guys, watch this. So I'm gonna add the rubber band to the base of my hair. You could just tell how excited I am doing this voiceover. I'm gonna add the rubber band to the base of my hair. And another thing too is I strategically did this on freshly washed hair instead of blow dry hair because I want you to see the curl pattern in my scalp. But look at this, guys. It looks like it's growing out of my hair. It doesn't even look like I crocheted Marley hair into my hair. So that's the method that I'm gonna continue to use for the remaining of my hair. Doing the same thing with the crochet needle, crocheting the Marley hair into my hair. I'm not wrapping it around. So for the rest of the braids in the front and the remaining in the back, I'm not wrapping the hair around. I'm just gonna pull the crochet hair through, making sure that I hold on to one side. The other side, I'm pulling it through, making sure that it's nice and even. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just add my rubber band to the base of my hair and then just rubber band it all the way down. If you feel like your hair underneath is not tight enough to hold it, you can always just put a little rubber band before. It's hard to explain. Let me not even give you that because I'm gonna confuse you because I didn't show you, but you can use either method. You can use the one where you twist it around, or you can just crochet it and then add a rubber band on top. But I think this just looks so seamless. And then again, I'm taking that Marley hair, I'm tucking it away, and then I'm adding my rubber band. And this look is just amazing. So while I'm showing you guys in real time and not fast forwarding it, I'm just gonna give you some stats. So the parting of my hair took 2 hours to do because I just have a lot of hair. So it took me about 2 hours to get my clean parting, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. This crochet part took me almost 3 hours to do because the hair is so long. And I'm showing you guys here, this was 1 pack, so that's how much braids I have. I used 3 packs of the 6-pack of my Marley hair. And this is the finished look, guys. I absolutely love this look. It is so beautiful. You can make your poofs as big as you want. I didn't want mine to be so dramatic, but again, just a close-up, it looks like it's growing out of my hair. You can't tell me this is not my hair. Like, you cannot tell me this is not my hair. I will link everything that I use. Almost everything that I've used, I purchased off of Amazon, so I will link it on my Amazon storefront below. It is an affiliate link. By the way, I did add some beads to my hair, and the bottom it had knots, if you were wondering how I did the beads. But I will link everything below. I don't think I purchased the beads from Amazon. I purchased it from my local beauty supply store. I'm just showing you guys the parting. This look is everything. And then I added like a little like scrunchie on top, and then I gave it like this. Oh, you guys don't look up to me. I just bombing my videos, but you guys don't understand, like, this is probably one of my favorite looks for this year so far. And I know the year just started, but I think this is my favorite look so far for this year. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Okay, so I lied. I'm gonna show you guys how I tie my hair up at night because this tutorial would not be complete without showing you guys a night routine. So I use like my little do-raggy thing. So I add that onto my hair first, just making sure that my hair is like laid back so that the do-rag or my scarf just lays down flat because I wanna protect my edges. Like, it took me a while to make sure I have really full edges and I don't want to ruin it. So I want to make sure that my edges are protected. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay my scarf nice and flat against that. And then just to protect my hair, the actual hair from getting puffy and frizzy, I'm just going to use this long kind of sack thing. I think I purchased this from AliExpress. So if you're willing to wait like a year for your packages to come, you can purchase it. It was like probably $2-3 bucks. I'll link it below. And then I'm just gonna tuck my hair into that sack. And that's basically how I sleep at night. And it's actually super comfortable to have everything together in a sack so that your hair is not all over like your bed. But I just wanted to show you guys how my hair looked, just complete. So, sorry, forgot that I had this clip at the end of this tutorial. But again, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.